What are the advantages of being a woman-owned business? How about access to $500 billion each year in government contracts? Have I caught your attention? Well, stick around because we're going to share with you all of the advantages to getting certified as a woman-owned business.
Oh, that sounds great.
A couple of years ago, my clients went through the certification program and they were so excited when they got their certification approved. And I remember being like, yay! In that same way that you pretend to be excited when your kids pass some level in some video game that you don't know anything about.
Actually, it looks really good.
And so I figured I should probably actually look into this and figure out what are the advantages, and is this something that I want to do for my business? Is this something that you should do for your business? So join me on this Biz Bestie journey today, and we're going to check it out. I'm Amy Walker, your business bestie, and I'm a small business strategist. I've helped hundreds of entrepreneurs be able to grow their business to 6 figures and even 7 figures. And I know that you can do it too, because I'll be there for you. So here's what we're going to cover in this video today. I'm going to tell you what the qualifications are to be a woman-owned business. It is surprisingly easier than you think. I'm going to go through the different organizations. There's 4 different organizations that can certify you and what that process will actually look like. And we're going to talk about why this is actually a pretty critical point for your business. If you want to have access to being able to break 7 figures and beyond, this could be a key stepping stone in getting you there. So make sure that you watch it all, take some notes, and by the end, you're going to know what are your next steps in order to be able to get certified as a woman-owned business.
Return me that pad, please. All right.
So today we're going to go over the qualifications. What do you actually have to do in order to get certified as a women-owned business or as an economically disadvantaged women-owned small business so that you can go through that application process and see if you qualify? You do. Like, the qualifications are so wide. I'm like, holy cow. So the first thing is that you have to actually be woman-owned. So at least 51% must be owned and controlled by a woman who is a U.S. citizen. And I am at this moment so glad that when I set up my incorporation that I took 51% ownership and gave my husband 49% ownership. It was actually, at that time, he wasn't even working in the business with me, but I just knew that I wanted him to be. But now I'm like, yeah, it's good that I kept 51%. That 1%. I'm grateful. Thank you, past Amy.
Thank you.
Okay, so the second thing is that you have to have a woman manage day-to-day operations and make long-term decisions. So again, really grateful that I am bossy and up in everyone's business because I qualify.
This is actually my job.
Number 3, you have to be a small business. Now, you might be thinking, oh, I don't know if I count as small business because I'm doing like $5 million a year. No, you still count as small business. So you have to have fewer than 500 employees, and a non-manufacturing business will need to have an average annual receipts of under 7.5 million. Again, most of us can qualify. Not Sarah Blakely though. We salute you.
Yeah, not for girls anyway. Guys agree like that.
Now, to qualify as an economically disadvantaged, women-owned small business, that is a mouthful every time I say it. Their qualifications also apply to most entrepreneur women. So again, we mentioned that it's like only 2 to 4% of women-owned businesses earn $1 million or more. Well, pretty much everyone under that is going to qualify for this. So you need to be able to meet all of the eligibility requirements for being a women-owned small business. But you also must be owned and controlled by one or more women, each with a net worth of less than $750,000. You've got to be owned and controlled by one or more women, each earning $350,000 or less in adjusted gross income averaged over the previous 3 years. And then you need to be owned and controlled by one or more women, each with $6 million or less in personal assets. You guys, that's literally almost all women-owned businesses. That's crazy.
It's so weird about that.
So how do you actually go through this application process? You actually have to be third-party certified. So there are a few different places that you can go through that process. One is the El Paso Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. You can go through number 2, the National Women Business Owners Corporation. Number 3 is U.S. Women's Chamber of Commerce. And number 4 is the Women's Business Enterprise National Council. And in these, you do have to include information information like your birth certificate, naturalization papers, passports for each business owner, articles of organization, incorporation, partnership, or joint venture agreements. And they need to know, like, what are your voting agreements to make sure, because again, a decision maker has to be a woman. You're going to have stock certifications and stock ledgers, any type of DBAs that you're using, your 3 most recent personal tax returns per owner, and then an IRS form 4506T, which I have no idea what that is, but here's the thing, we could figure it out. So this is going to be a process. Like, this is not going to be a quick fix for you to be able to go and get this certification done, but access to, again, $500 billion in government funding contracts that are out there set aside for women-owned businesses, and either you're going after them or they're getting sent out to the general public. I don't know about you, but I really, really want to see women-owned businesses win. I think it's a shame that we're the fastest growing group starting businesses, and yet we're still underfunded, and we still have less than 2 to 4% of us hitting the 7-figure mark and beyond. It is important that we go and tap into where the money is, and I'm telling you, that's where the money is. That's a lot of contracts available.
The important thing is to take your time.
So I'm going to give my guilty confession here. The first time I heard about this, I was like, not interested. The second time I heard about it, not interested. But about the 3rd or 4th time when I started hearing people consistently talking about how they're getting the majority of their income coming through government contracts, it started to get a little bit interesting.
I bet they're doing it.
And I'm not saying that I would abandon my current audience or my current marketing strategies. I'm saying add this in as another marketing channel to what you already have going on. Because having worked with clients who have this certification and are going after these types of contracts, the government contracts take a while to get, but once you get them, they tend to create really steady income. If you could get 1 or 2 contracts a year, mix it with all of your other sales and marketing, it would help to level out when you have those dips in your entrepreneur business, because everybody has that. You have good months and you have bad months. But what if you knew that your bad month wasn't going to be that bad because you had 1 or 2 government contracts in place? I don't know about you, but that seems pretty dreamy to me. So I'm interested. In fact, I've made the commitment that I am going to go through this process as a challenge, and I'm going to document it and share with you guys what my journey is. And I can already tell you, I think I'm going to hate the process because I do not love doing all the paperwork and filling out the reports. But you guys, it's worth it. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel, because it's gonna take me a while to get that video done. But when it comes out, I promise I'll show you what that process looked like. My pain can be your gain.
He would definitely want you back.
If you can't tell, I'm a little bit passionate about helping women-owned businesses, so I want to give you 2 gifts today. The first is I want you to go check out my video on goal setting. This is going to be one of my 4th quarter goals, and I've got to map it out. I have to have a short-term game plan, and that video is going to walk you through that whole process of how do you take big things you want to accomplish and break them down into manageable bite-sized pieces. And if you are serious about taking your business to the next level, I want to help. I want to be a part of this process. So take my Sales and Marketing GPS. It's a quick survey. You're going to answer some questions, tell me and my team where you're at in your business. We'll figure out where you want to go and map out what that improvement plan needs to look like in order for you to be able to break that 6-figure mark. You guys, it's so doable. I have had clients literally go from $100,000 years to $100,000 quarters. I've had them go from $12,000 years to $100,000 in the first 6 months of the year. It is very doable. It's doable for you, but you got to get the map that tells you the right direction to go. If you want to keep watching, you want to keep watching, right? Go check out the next video.